17, 18. Alright, so 18 of those suckers. Alright, so I'm gonna go buy 18 light bulbs, probably get some more, right? Because they're gonna burn out. Just put my lights up yesterday, and of course, more of them need to be replaced than I had on hand, and so I think I've got about 18 or so that need to be replaced. So, you know, I think when we look at our house, it looks pretty good with the lights up, but, you know, there's 18 bulbs out, which, I mean, there's a crap ton of bulbs on the house. But having 18 out, you know, I mean, it looks good, but it's just not quite right. So we're gonna get that fixed, make the investment, go get some bulbs. Then it'll look like it's supposed to, right? So in Galatians, it talks about the fruit of the Spirit, and it says, you know, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and self-control. I think I got all of them there. And it's a really interesting concept when you think about this, right? Because I think you could be tempted to say, okay, if you want to walk in the Spirit, you need to work on those things, right? You need to practice patience. You need to be more loving. You need to find a way to have joy. But that's actually the opposite of what's happening here, because really what it means is you're so full of God's Spirit that is the outcome, the overflow of that. You know, if you think about fruit that grows on trees, when a tree has its roots down and it's pulling in all the water and minerals and nutrients and everything it needs for life, it has to be full of those things before it will make fruit, right? If there is a deficiency in the nutrients that it needs, it will not bear fruit. And so when you look at a fruit tree that doesn't bear fruit, right, you realize that something's wrong. And so just like I can look at my house and the lights, it looks pretty good, but you know, when I'm missing a few light bulbs, it's just not quite right. You know, God designed us to have this fruit. In an ideal world, you know, we have all of this fruit all of the time. And I really think that when our lives, when we truly have love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and self-control, not because we're trying to, but because of our relationship with the Lord, that is life abundant. You know, our circumstances don't change the fruit that we're producing. It's a relationship with Jesus that does. I'll give you an example. I've got 4 kids. 4 kids are super exhausting. You know, if you're a parent of kids that range from 7 to 16, you realize, you know, they could be kind of annoying, right? Especially when they're fighting with each other. Last year, when I was actively running away from the Lord, was not investing in my relationship with Him, I was sinning immensely and making really poor moral and ethical choices. I was yelling at them. I didn't want to spend time with them. I had no patience. I had no self-control in the way that I was responding to them. I definitely was not good or kind. This year, I've spent a tremendous amount of time on my relationship with the Lord. And this is not like a, ooh, look at me, right? It's just the facts. I've been in the Word, I've prayed every day. I've been involved in a recovery ministry. And, you know, I'm just really trying to seek after the Lord. And I will tell you that I, maybe for the first time in my life, have joy. I am overflowing with love for my family. I find myself having patience with my kids. Not perfect, right? But more often than not, they're still the annoying kids, right? They have not changed. I have changed. And it's not because I'm trying to do those things, it's because I'm chasing after Jesus. And when I chase after Jesus, He gives me the fruit. And I gotta tell you, today, I feel like I have life abundant. And I don't want this to end. So, I don't know. I'm going to continue to look at the fruit of the Spirit as evidence for what Jesus is doing in my life. I'm going to use it as a litmus test. And if I'm missing the fruit, I got to figure it out. Just like my house, right? You can have a lot of light bulbs and it looks really good, but if you're missing some, it's not quite right. It's not how it's supposed to be. Our lives are not supposed to be missing the fruit that Jesus provides through a relationship with Him. So think about that. I know I'm going to. And love you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day. See you, man.